Hello everybody, this is my channel pixelblazz. Today I'm gonna do a head bust. Um, let's go. So I'm starting off with spheres. Most time I do um two or one for the front and one for the back of the skull, and then depending on any body parts I do, all depends. But for these head to chest area, it's gonna be all spheres. So probably four spheres right now. You can see. Right now I'm just working out the silhouette shape. It's gonna be a little bulky type character or creature, which by the way is gonna be an ogre. Um, so it's gonna be more of a monstrous looking one, I think. Now I'm going to some of the facial details. I got the sphere at the nose. Well, I guess 5 spheres. Um, the cheek area. Worked on some of the lips. Started to do some of the landmass. His frontal lobe of his skull as well. I want him to have a little awkward for being a creature. Um, then I cut out the eye area. Usually I do spheres for the top and bottom. Cut them in half. So I have one for the top lid and bottom eyelid. Um, and I think I'm gonna start doing some more sculpting pretty soon. I already did the brow just to indicate it's going to be an angry ogre. You can see the nose I started off with. Later on, you'll see I'm gonna change it. And for this one, most times, I know what type of character I'm gonna do, but how it looks, I just never know. Sometimes I'll, do a sketch or draw it out, but even that, I just don't know as far as details what I want how it to look. Most times, because I'll just end up changing a lot. For this one, I'm also gonna read topology as well. I didn't show the process of that. Um, just to cut out the boring part. So not sure if you guys would enjoy that. Um, Most times it could be a long process. Um, but anyways, as I was saying, by far as the details on how I want the character to look, it just comes to me as I sculpt. And sometimes I do have a really good detailed sketch of doing things, which is probably be best. But sometimes it could be a lot more better with that. Well, for me, I think. But I do get results on random too as well. But this one was pretty quick. I had an idea on some of the features how I wanted to look on going about on how to look. I wanted to do, idea of how I want to look. Yeah, I'm sculpting the areas. You know, obviously I wanted to have it like a huge humpback. Now I'm starting to do the tusk. I use the spheres with the drawing line modification, I guess. I forgot the name of it. You can see I cut it like the top of it to make it more have a flatter top to it. But I have the curve in there with that modifier. Depending on in the options, you could have various sizes with the spheres because it copied the first one. So to have that tusk shape where the base of it's large and the top it gradually goes to smaller. This is bottom teeth I did. Which by the way, I only did the bottom front teeth. Because I was gonna show no other areas of them in the mouth. But that's what I did, and I did a copy of it, or the same thing I did as far as creating the tusk. But also made it different sizes of the teeth to have a variation look to it. And then I used the mirror tool to copy on the other side. Nothing too complicated as far as that. But with this guy, I did a lot of details on there and try to push as much as I thought I wanted to do. You can see there's a little peek of the retopology right there. And I think I subdivided up to 5, I think, to project the original sculpt onto it. Because I think at first I did it up to probably 3 or 4. In some areas it started to look more, I don't know, pixeled. So I went up a little more and it got more really close to it or just around to it. So that worked. Now I'm going to sculpt more features into this guy. Brow area. With the more frown and wrinkles. This app been pretty much this app is pretty good. This is Nomad I really love. The other app I tried out first like 3 years ago was it was a one-time pay Forger. There you go. And then later on I saw it was another 3D sculpt now, Nomad. And for me, between the two, I think I feel like Nomad's a more crisp and better workflow as far as the UI system and whatnot, but the sculpting is more crisp for me, I think. Like you get more better sharp edges per se, or push it more to a limit, I think, than Forger. And I believe it was the beginning of this year or last year, I can't remember exactly, when I believe the company Maxon that bought out ZBrush also bought out Forger. So with that, it didn't become one-time pay, or didn't stay one-time pay for that app, and it became a subscription base. It's a pretty low price subscription. But I thought still Nomad had its advantages. I think it was still a better app, but I think they tried to put certain features from ZBrush into it, which I really haven't seen nobody test as far as pushing out a video of it. I kind of want to try it out, see how well it works, but I think I saw it in one forum that didn't. The features they put in there didn't work so well, or has some bugs in it. If they fix those bugs, I think it might be a thing people would go back to it, or be part of a process of using something like with Nomad with Forger. And the two features I think they have is project, which Nomad have, but also they added Z remesh. which could be a game changer if they work really well. I mean, doing suggested areas how you want the the topology flow go to, and then press of a button, just it creates the topology for you that quick. Um, but like I said, I found it was, some people said it was buggy. But if they fix that, that could be really helpful. I use another app as far as that, Cozyblanket. Um, and doing that, it could be like a titty's little puzzle, but it's great. It's on the iPad, on the go. Especially if you don't have the funds to earn or not right away to have a powerful working system, desktop working system. Which, by the way, that is a goal of mine, to have like a really nice workstation. And they also have ZBrush. I think, as far as to have that to push a lot more details and to the limits. But that it's a goal of mine. Well, right now, Nomad is just a great app to have, and also just to get into or first start off. Now I'm working on the gums. So you're gonna see me pretty soon. You're gonna see what I'm gonna do with that teeth. Um, to have multiple ones. It's probably gonna be like, I think it was 3. I think I had space for. You know, I really didn't put any variation into it as far as like sculpting something totally different at first. I just resize them from different from each other, like some little cricket, just to have that monstrous feel as far as the teeth a little bit. Not sculpt a little bit of the gums, even though you won't be able to see it as much. But also, when I have things separate from the model, I won't voxel merge everything. But I have this process of doing this. Some things I just won't merge together. And also, just in case, even though I have the parts intersecting with the model, for a reason, just in case I do want to 3D print it, I do have a process of later on, if I want to do that, and to merge everything without loss of detail. Not within Nomad, but it's a little bit of a process, but not a long process, I think. I try to find the best way of doing that. So there's some other tools you need to have to do with it. Later on, I'll have, well, hopefully soon, I'll have a video of that process. Be on the lookout for that. Now you see, I believe I was doing the chin area, the bottom of the jaw and whatnot. I try to create this character to have more, little laps, fat laps, wrinkles and everything. And later on, I was gonna try to push that onto, the chest area, which I think I'm about to start to do. I wanted to have this look where you have these flaps, loose skin, around his going towards under his arm from his chest. Yeah, working out pretty good. I think I was working on the forehead a little more. I mostly use the not the pinch, think it's a draw tool. As far as the fine line details, mostly I use the sculpt and the flatten brush. I do use the inflate brush as well, but not as much as those two, I believe. There you go. And the advantage of using the retopology and going to lower subdivisions just to adjust some things, like I did with the chest area. You can see I wanted to have a little more caved in as far as in the area of that chest. Probably could look on a little more. I think I really probably gonna try to push in more in finer details after the voxel mash to subdivision from the retopology. I have more pixels to go, and then the I forgot the name of it, where you zoom in for finer details. Creates this area of when you start to sculpt more, I would say probably triangles it creates when you sculpt on the model for finer details on your view of the model of the area. Let's see how much I could push with that. See, I'm going for finer details in the area, eye areas, mouth. I have fun with this. Creatures, usually time I have fun with it because I like to do a lot of details into it. I really enjoy doing like fantasy type of characters. I mean, I like other characters. I never tried any type of sci-fi, which I wanted to get into. I gotta try that. I want to do it. But yeah, I just love that realm of designs and see other artists on their depiction of those characters and races. For instance, the elves different from the Harry Potter elves to the the Lord of the Rings Hobbit elves. Both have their difference. I just love them. I love them both. I never was into the tabletop games, D&D and Magic. I don't know. I never tried it, but I love the artists that create those characters, even in the environments and whatnot. Yeah, I think I am pushing some more of the details in the chest area. Also, try to carry the details into the bag as well. Even though it doesn't look anatomy correct. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Try to do a voiceover all through the video. Trying to push that more. Hope you guys like it. Please share, like, comment, and hopefully soon another video comes you guys' way. See you guys soon.